It marks 70 years of Emmett Till, the train ride, when he was unalived and there was never no justice for him. It's hard to believe, but is it? If you had relatives or family members who were around when Emmett Till was taken out by racists and no justice was ever done, you remember. You remember the stories. You remember seeing the picture of his open casket by his mother. His mother never got justice. It is probably the most haunting thing that I ever saw. And he predated me by years. However, looking at it was always a haunting and very jarring. And, with every president that's been in the White House since and what have you, ain't none of them ever made it about getting justice for Emmett Till. Carolyn Bryant got to go out without ever having to appear in court. Joe Biden didn't do nothing. Trump didn't do nothing. Obama didn't do nothing. Clinton didn't do nothing. Bushes didn't do nothing. Reagan, none of them. The injustice that sat there and was haunting just laid there and just sat there. And there's been disrespect on his tombstone. There's been disrespect they've come up with documentaries and movies. So let me get this straight, and not making a comparison at all, but let me get this straight. Y'all can have a documentary on R. Kelly and y'all can get justice and get him locked up, but you can't get a document. You can have a documentary on Emmett Till, but you can't get justice for him. Knowingly know that if you come up with any kind of thing that if you were about justice, see, priorities aren't in the right place. They're not. They want to glorify and take down or do this and do that. But when people who knowingly should be getting justice, there's none. Emmett Till is a reminder of a not so distant past. If you sat a year or so ago and heard Reggie Jackson talking about what AAA ball was like in Alabama when he practiced and what he went through, that was only about 10 years removed from Emmett Till's lynching. And no one has dared to talk about that. It's funny how stuff gets romanticized, you know, and if you start messing with Smithsonian Institute and you start messing with stuff, Emmett Till will be a chapter that will be forgotten, and it should never be. He is a reminder for what you see with Trayvon Martin, the Black Lives Matter movement, to George Floyd, to Breonna Taylor, and so many countless others. And it wasn't that long ago. And when you see white male privilege flaunting and flexing, when you see Jerry Jones, the Dallas Cowboy owner out that Arkansas school, looking at those black kids trying to go in that building, and he's up there standing on code, this is what you're dealing with. This is the same thing that has regurgitated and came back again and again and again and again. And there has never been any justice then or now. So, when I see this, it's a reminder of a not so long ago past that is very much alive, that sadly no one has stepped to, spoken to, and resolved. We're still dealing with the same old remnants of it. And, it's like, what are you going to do? And do you ever get tired of history repeating itself? Do you ever get tired of the deja vu? Because somewhere along the line, people deserve better. His family never got justice. So, yes, the 70th anniversary, but you think about it. People who lived a long time saw it, heard it, knew about it, and never saw any justice, and still don't. It's a travesty that Emmett Till went without getting justice. And when you see what's in the White House for presidency, there is no mark or no mention of it, because when you have people who profit off of the misery of black folks, they're not going to say nothing. It's going to act like it never happened. And that is a tragedy and a travesty. But remembering Emmett Till, he will never be forgotten. He would have been 86 right now. Please like, subscribe, welcome thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands, keep your mind clear, watch out for another, and share the video if you like. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay woke, stay free. I'm out one time. Peace.